All right, we are back in the garden, and I just want to make a quick video on my experience growing fruit trees in containers. So overall, I would say this is good for certain plants if you just want to try one or two fruits, or maybe even something like my beef and onion tree here, which is more of an herb than anything else. But so far I've tried growing in fruit trees in barrels, and it seems like it's not super worth the effort. And not that it's high effort, but you just don't get much back out from it. So you can see here, I have a feijoa that's doing really well. This has honestly only been in the ground for like a year, or in this pot. Same for my beef and onion plant. And then some of these guys just look sad because of disease and leaf peach curl mostly. This apple I've had for about 4 or 5 years now. You can see all my failed grafts I've been experimenting with. It's got some sort of rust disease right now, which isn't great. It could just be a lack of water. I don't really think so, because the leaves up here seem okay. And in my experience, it's just they grow so much slower than something in the ground. And I would say it grows at only about a third of the pace as something that's properly planted in the ground, which isn't bad, but really something that's been in one of these barrels for 3 seasons almost only grows like it's been in there for just 1 or maybe 2. And you can see that my figs here look pretty impressive, and I'm finally getting fruit off of them, despite them being in a barrel for 5 years. But I think that's because it's gotten big enough, it has planted itself in the ground. Up until now, it's been about half this size, maybe even less than that, and then just blew up this year. So I'm not quite sure why. I do think it put itself in the ground, and I have suspicions too about this nectarine tree, which I am very happy it is doing so well against the leaf peach curl. But I have a feeling if I were to tip over that barrel, it would have some big roots in the ground right now. So I'm probably going to find some other spaces to put these and try to just let some of these trees go in the ground. And I think that would be a better use of my space and time, instead of having this much larger variety in these barrels. And my original plan was to take these with me when I get a larger property. But 1, I'll probably be at this property longer than I expect. And 2, it seems like the fruit trees, when they get put in the ground, you can get a head start when they're big, but it's only a head start, and they can't really get that nice deep taproot that they'll push down when they're still only a couple of years old. I know that the kiwi farmer, he's talked about that on his YouTube channel. So and that kind of so far models my experience as well. So just wanted to share some information about growing in containers and my experience. And if you are thinking about it, it can be done just fine. I've gotten nectarines off of this before it supposedly put its roots in the ground, but you should really consider doing less and just having them in the ground.